I'm sorry for this review being very late, Chibits. It's been a very busy day for me, so I haven't had time to actually upload and make my review until just now. And so, like I said, I am very sorry that this review is late. So, anyways, Gopher, oh my god, dude! How fucking badass is that shit when you see Bon and Gopher just talking, they're both talking to each other, and all of a sudden you see Hendrickson flying towards them, and you just see, like, Bon just get bitch slapped off into the freaking, like, a rock wall, and Gopher's like, Bon, you best pay attention, you could possibly get killed. And then all of a sudden you see Hendrickson slashing Gopher, and you see Gopher like this, he's like bowing down like this and dodging, and we're just like, blocking Hendrickson. That was fucking epic sauce. That was so freaking good. The way Bon just gets bitch slapped, that made the chapter. That really made the chapter just because of what happened to Bon. And then all of a sudden, he gets out of the wall. After he looks into the wall, he finds, you know, that red demon, or, you know, the big freaking demon that he technically fought a long time ago. Well, he comes out of the rock wall, and he's like, hey, Hendy, where'd you get that? He walked like a freaking thug, or so he's like, Hendy, where'd you get that? And he's like, where the fuck did you get it? I was like, oh my god. That was so freaking amazing when you just see Bon doing that. I mean, seriously, Hendrickson is just getting whooped. His entire ass is getting whooped by every single sin, and every single Holy Knight is there to kick his ass. Seriously, all the new generation, the old Holy Knights, everybody is there to back up the 7 deadly sins and stop, you know, Hendrickson in accomplishing his schemes or escaping. So, right now, very, very epic chapter, because you get to see all the sins in their glory up against Hendrickson. Hendrickson's just getting bitch slapped, like I said. He's just getting raped, okay? I mean, there's no challenge. When you have Gopher just dodging Hendrickson like this, I mean, look at the panel. You just see Bon get knocked out of the park, and then you just see Gopher dodge, and then just start blocking with, like, one hand against Hendrickson. I just couldn't help but laughing. But we got some little bit of information about the Demon Clan in this chapter. Now, it's very important, actually, and it was really shocking, and it was enlightening finding out about this information in this chapter. Meliodas says that if you are a demon, for instance, if you have demon blood in you and you can regenerate, for instance, we know Hendrickson's been regenerating like fucking crazy. His arm keeps getting chopped off. He had a hole in his gut one time. I mean, he's had a lot of deadly blows done against him to where he pretty much has died many times over. Like in this chapter, he gets sliced in his freaking chest, which is badass, by the way. I mean, you see all the freaking daggers stabbed into him by King, stabbing with those floating daggers. It was really cool, and it shows you how much damage he was taking, how fast he could regenerate. But we find out that demons, even if you have demon powers like you can regenerate your body, if you're not immortal, you don't have some other means of immortality, like Bon, for instance, you still take damage. For instance, even though the wounds are healed, let's say his arm, he keeps reattaching his arm and it's healed, the wounds are still there, like the damage of those wounds are still there, and it builds up over time. He is constantly regenerated over and over, and so that is Hendrickson's downfall. But there's another piece of dialogue you can dive in deeper with that really got me. Now, this goes to probably hinting different things about Meliodas as a character himself. A lot of people I've been seeing, a lot of Chibits have been, you know, theorizing, saying that Meliodas is probably the Demon King's son, or he might be the Demon King or something. People have been saying, I've been seeing a lot of Chibits say that in the comments. But there's something else that was revealed in this, if you look at it. Meliodas states, like, oh, since you're a newbie, or a noob, pretty much, or a beginner, you probably don't realize that you still retain damage after healing. And so, how would Meliodas know this unless he was once a noob himself? So that means he's not technically immortal. We've seen him regenerate a little bit, so technically he is probably like Hendrickson, but he knows that he can't take so much damage, because if he does, he'll still feel the damage. So that explains a lot, it really does. And I really appreciate how the mangaka of the 7 Deadly Sins is slowly unveiling these facts about Meliodas and the Demon Clan. Now, let's get into the beef of this chapter. Besides the epicness of Bon saying, Hendy! You see the demon that plagued the forest where Bon was at in his past. And this right here, the ending of this chapter, finally reveals the mystery. Okay, we know for a fact, you know, about this demon for a while now. We know, you know, Hendrickson was using the blood of a demon to make the new generation of Holy Knights. But with this, with it finally confronted, we have to wonder is that demon still technically alive? Could it possibly get out of there? Is it like, you know, still alive, or is it just, you know, chained up like it's supposed to be? I mean, there's a lot of different mysteries we can have about this demon right now, but you can definitely tell Bon is very fucking pissed because of that demon being there, because it's a demon corpse. Yeah, we know why. If you've seen Bon's backstory, you know for a fact why he's probably pissed seeing that demon, and so Hendy's about to get his ass kicked. Pretty hard, okay? It'd be really crazy if that demon that technically is supposedly dead gets up and becomes the villain. Like, how messed up would that be? I mean, that villain, like, that demon corpse just gets up, he's like, oh, I'm the main villain, and then destroys Hendrix and, like, kills him. I mean, that'd be really screwed up if that does happen next chapter. But anyways, there was a couple other moments in this chapter I really specifically liked. For instance, Diana, when you get to see her have those rock fucking giant hands come out of the ground and, like, crushing Hendrickson, I was like, dude, that is fucking great. That is greatness. Diana is best girl of the 7 Deadly Sins. She is my favorite female character. I just like the way she is. I like her personality and the way she can just blow up fucking mountains. Oh, you remember that. But anyways, getting to see just these giant stone fists crushing Hendrickson, that was just epic. It was so epic. Overall, the chapter was really good. A lot of fighting, pretty much. The chapter had a lot of fighting, and I like chapters that are fighting too, but I do like some dialogue. Honestly, hopefully next chapter will get a lot more going down, for instance, because if you think about it, this chapter didn't really progress the plot that far. Honestly, I mean, there was progression, positively, there was progression, because you gotta think about this. I mean, Hendrickson got backed up into a corner, he's backed up to where the demon's corpse is at, and, you know, all the 7 Deadly Sins are there beating the shit out of him, he's weakened, he's about to probably pass out because he's taken so much damage, and you have all the, you know, Holy Knights there. So technically it did progress this chapter, but I mean, hopefully next chapter we'll have some more reveals about this demon corpse and stuff. So anyways, tell me your thoughts about this week's chapter of the 7 Deadly Sins, and I'm really happy that this series comes out on a freaking Tuesday. I want to be straight out honest, because it is so much hell to review this series on a Saturday and Sunday, especially when there's so much that comes out on those days. So I'm so happy the 7 Deadly Sins are starting to come out on Tuesday. So anyways, you all have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.